All right, this tutorial is meant to show you how to open a new project in Audacity. First, you will open Audacity, and then from here, the first thing you should probably do is save it under whatever name you would like. So you go to File, Save Project As, and then let's call this Test Project. I will save it in Audacity. And as you can see, it changed the title up there. Now, from here, you will need to add or subtract tracks. So you go to Tracks, Add New, and you can add new audio. I can do that again to add a second track. Now to navigate between the tracks, you simply click on it and it highlights it in yellow and gray on the side. If I wanted to delete a track, I simply highlight the track in yellow, go to Track, Remove Tracks, and that takes me back to one track. Okay, now let's talk about the toolbar up here. Now there are a lot of tools up here, and I must say that this program is not as user-friendly as GarageBand. It's a lot more difficult to do some of the more advanced things. However, if you want to just get in to a recording software that allows you to record one or two tracks, record yourself playing, those kinds of things, this program is great for that, and on top of that it's free, and you can use it on both PC and Mac. Well, the first toolkit we want to talk about is right up here, and simple. You have your pause, your play, your stop, backwards and forwards, and your record. Now before you record, you want to check this window right here. You can either use your built-in microphone through your computer, or as you can see, I have my Yeti stereo microphone plugged in, so I'm going to select that. Then I'm going to select my track and hit record. This is a test recording. This is a test recording on my Yeti microphone for Audacity. And hit stop. Now, what it did was not accidentally, but it automatically added a track since I hit record. So that's kind of how that works. Not a big deal though. So if I want to delete this track, I can just go to there and hit remove track. So now I have just my audio track that I just created, and let's go back to the beginning and hear what it sounds like. This is a test recording. This is a test recording on my Yeti microphone for audio. Okay, so that is how to get an audio file speaking into Audacity. Now let's say that I wanted to export this. Well, what you would do is you would go to File, Export, save it as test project. I'm going to export it onto my desktop. Now here are your options. Originally you might think that you can just download it as an MP3, but it's not going to let you do that. You're going to have to go out to the internet and find an MP3 encoder. It's not worth it. So I suggest you save it as a WAV file and hit save. Put in your artist name. You can enter in any other information here you want to. Hit OK. And it saves it right here, test project WAV. Now this file, a WAV file, is going to be too big to email it to a friend or your grandmother or even your teacher. That's going to be too big. But what you can do is, if you click on it, if you have iTunes, it will open it in iTunes. This is a test recording. This is a test recording on my Yeti mic. Okay, so there is my WAV file of test project. Now to make an MP3, I can go to Advanced, Create MP3 version, and it just did it there. Now I can take this one and email it because it is smaller and more compressed. So that is basically how to open up a new project in Audacity. It's how to record a track, and how to export it as a WAV file into iTunes and then convert it to an MP3 within iTunes. And like I said, that's a much easier process than having to go find an MP3 encoder online and try to download it and use that. So I suggest that you just use iTunes to turn your WAV file into an MP3. And that is Audacity.